And we were actually talking before the break, some stuff going on with student loans right now, Shawn. And I'll let you talk about it, and then David and I are going to talk about how it's relating to the impact student loans cause on people being able to qualify to buy a home.
Yeah, thanks, Andrew, and nice to be back. I appreciate the opportunity. So recently, Obama created a student aid bill of rights through the Department of Education and some of the other federal entities. And so basically the student aid bill of rights says that every student in America should have high access to a high quality, affordable higher education, be able to easily find the resources they need to pay for college, be able to choose an affordable repayment plan for student loans, and receive quality customer service, reliable information, and fair treatment when repaying loans. It's all very good. It's all very good in theory. I don't think anything's been necessarily put into practice yet from all of this, but I know, especially in terms of household financing and household income and those types of things, student loans impact the amount of money. Certainly even in my own household, student loans impact the amount of money that we have every month to pay our mortgage and pay other financing expenses. Right now, bankruptcies do not take into account student loans, so bankruptcies cannot get rid of student loans, but I know there's things being kicked around Congress that might even change in the near future.
Well, and David, you know, obviously we talk a lot on the show about how the millennials are going to have such a huge impact on the Tampa Bay real estate market. Not just everything that's going on downtown Tampa, because I think a lot of millennials, once that happens, will gravitate to it. But realistically, every segment of our real estate market has an impact from millennials, or, you know, what some people call first-time home buyers. You know,
Sure.
Some people group them together. Not all millennials are first-time home buyers, but there's some, you know, there's definitely some connection there. So the idea is, obviously a millennial buys a $200,000 home, and that person goes out and upgrades to a $300,000, and domino effect, so to speak. But millennials are heavily impacted by student loans.
Absolutely. I mean, I think we've talked before about, you know, why are millennials taking a little bit longer to get into the market? And it's because, you know, I think that a lot of us are doing what, you know, kind of the path is: go to school, get our education, maybe get master's degrees, then get married, then buy a house. And so these student loans kind of get tied up in there. And I think that there's a statistic out there. I think it takes 13 or 14 years on average to pay off student loans. I mean, that sticks with you for a long time. And like Shawn said, there's no getting out from under that. You know, there's no financial tool or anything. I mean, and the amount of interest that are being charged on these are 6%, 7%, 8%. I mean, much higher than a mortgage.
Well, and I think the other side of it is it also makes you have to understand, buying a home, especially for somebody new to the workplace, is a risk. There's an emotional challenge, and when you're kind of behind the eight ball from the beginning, where, you know, you're just starting your job and you already owe a bunch of money. It makes it less likely to buy.
At what age do you graduate college? I mean, we're talking about 23, 24, maybe 26 for some people.
Yeah.
Then 13 years later, you still have student loans, and those have to be included in your qualifying ratios.
Right.
So it's something to consider.
So and I think the important part about it is that ultimately it doesn't have to keep you from buying a home,
No,
but
absolutely.
sometimes it's a psychological thing for oh man, I owe this money to man, I don't want to owe the man this money too, so maybe I'll just wait. But in reality, you know, the amount of people that could buy, even with the student loan scenario, there's plenty. It's mentally, I think, it's just a different lifestyle of how millennials think.
Yeah, and it's more of a gripe about the process. I mean, the fact that they are charging, you know, over 6% before you even start, you know, before you even get a job, you know, that interest is accruing on these student loans, whereas, you know, the amount of money, obviously we're talking about the Fed funds rate and everything that's so low right now interest rate wise, but students aren't really getting any benefit of that. So